at Alan's Christmas presents from his sister. See, the joke is that Alan said he was going to dress up like this for Halloween one year, remember?
Yeah.
And you were going to have to walk around and do that all night.
Hello, Abe.
Some people have done that. So anyway, now we have the desktop version.
Hello, Christy Kincaid Norris. Heather Sinya. Tiffany Tip. Hello, ACNC12, Linda Harris. Kelly Franklin. Hello, April. Hello, Tammy Hicks. Chris. Look at that guy flailing away. Happy New Year, y'all. Hello, Jennifer. Happy New Year. Hello, Sarah Reed Spencer. Maybe we should
It's really loud.
just let it run like that. Look how he's flailing. Hello, Sheila Redmond.
It'd be one thing if it wasn't loud.
Hello, Dot Para. Do you have an uncle named Frank?
I do.
No, Dot Para.
Oh, I have an Uncle Frank.
Hello, Stronger Than Wiser. Obble Cakes.
And the thing is, you have to keep. That's it. Hours of fun.
I could totally have been that for Halloween.
We done with this?
I think we've gotten we got our money's worth on this, guys.
Oh, Lord.
I don't know where my sister got it. I'm sure you can find this on
Probably Spencer's.
Amazon.
Your sister wouldn't be caught dead in
it's
Spencer's.
the wacky waving inflatable tube guy.
I don't know if everybody's going to be lining up for that one. It's very loud.
Had a lot of people say they were interested. Comes with a little booklet on the history of the tube guy right there.
Well, that is interesting. What is the history?
Well, maybe this should be podcast content.
Well, like, does it tell who the first guy was? that
Sure
did
does.
it?
Sure does.
All right, we can do that.
Well,
another time.
okay, here you go. Well, we should go into this because this is one of my Christmas presents. Huh. Well, we may do that.
Can you hit the fan, please?
You're kidding me. It's 66 in the house.
Not in this room.
No, I'm freezing. I'm putting my foot down on that one. I'm having to wear a sweatshirt now because
well,
I'm
if I take
so
this
cold.
off, I've got my big meaty arms and breasts.
If that's what you need to do to stay
Well,
cool,
why don't you go put on a warmer jacket or something and
so
then turn on the
so I
fan
have
just
to
for
wear
air
a
circulation?
jacket to do the podcast.
Okay,
now.
Alan, then I'll suffer at my expense. But I want you to be comfortable. Thank you. I don't know what he's going to go do. Maybe put on some wool. Maybe get a hot cup of cocoa. I don't know what he's doing. I don't want to watch now. I need this for my workout tomorrow. Oh, that's cool. You save it? You're starting hormones? Yeah, we're back. I knew he was doing something. Thank you, Obble Cakes, is Team Kelly. Hey, that's fine. You're going to be sweating.
No, I'm not.
It ain't that cold in here, y'all. It's really not.
Hello, Amira Allen. AMIRALLAN. Amira Allen.
Amira Allen?
Hello, Julie H. Hello, Erica Music. Hello, Laurie. Hello, Tiffany Tibbin. Angie Reno. Some of our very, very, hello, Brooksy O. Some of our very best customers here.
I don't think you're going to make it the whole. Well, now if I say that, you're going to make it the whole podcast. We're in that.
It's 66 degrees in
It is
here with
not-
a blowing
It
wind
is
now.
not 66 degrees in here. It is not 66 degrees in here. I need
it's
air
freezing
circulation.
in
It
here.
is not freezing in here. It is not. I wish I had like a thermometer that we could tell how warm or cold it is in here.
This is my Nanook of the North hat.
It's a good hat.
This is the glove where you can still do your phone too. How you like that?
Very impressive.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Well, that's not working. God almighty. This is so wheels off. First podcast, real wheels off.
Oh, goodness.
Is it any different? Any different?
I forgot I'm wearing mascara for the first time in ever. I might have just smeared it.
All right. Since
Okay.
I'm wearing a Russian hat, we're going to do a Russian sound check.
All right. Test 1, 2. I don't know how to count in Russian. I know to say
Give me one. Give me
and
some.
da. Yit, da. Vodka. Nastasia Kinsky.
Nastasia Lukin. Ivan. Is it Ivan? Yes. Ivan Vakanov. Ivan Vakanov, please pick up the red courtesy phone. Ivan Vakanov. Ivan Vakanov, please pick up the red courtesy phone.
All right. Here we go. First one of 2021. Here we go. In a minute.
So our live studio audience says 66 degrees is bull honk.
It's not 66 degrees in here. It's not. I'm telling y'all.
There's
right
a
now.
thermometer 5 feet away,
Mhm.
and it says 66.
That's not for the entire house. This room with the lower ceilings, it is not 66.
The
in here.
thermometer is right there. Go look at it.
I don't care what it says. It's not 66 in this room. It says 66, but it is not 66 in this room.
Well, so what is it in here? 78?
It feels it. It feels like it. I'll wear a wife beater next time. Just hit the record button.
I'm going to hit it.
Boris. Welcome to the first Sandwiches and Lovin podcast of 2021. My slogan for this year, get her done in 21. Maybe not. I'm tweaking a little bit. I'm Kellie Rasberry Evans. This is my husband and podcast partner, Alan Evans.
Hey, train in the house in 2021. Yes, we're back.
We are.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
Sorry we left you hanging over the holidays. On our last podcast, I said goodbye. That's it for the year. And Alan's like, no, wait, what? We're coming back. I'm like, no, don't think so, honey. I think that was it. But
Yeah, I thought we were going to pop on, guys, and say hello or sing a
No.
Christmas carol
That
or
was
read
it.
a Christmas story or something. And Kellie, she didn't have your back. I had the listeners
wasn't that
back.
I didn't have their back.
I didn't want to gyp the listener.
I'm sorry. But you know what that did? It gave people a chance to go back and listen to the Sandwiches and Lovin' classics.
Classics.
Yeah, like when we
Like
first
classic.
started.
Like classic.
Like old
Like
episodes.
ESPN classics.
Yeah. That's what
You
it
know, we've
did.
had a lot of people. We're going to get into letters next episode, I think, because we got a lot to go over.
We
there.
do,
We got
but
a lot to go over. We got Christmas recap, New
we
Year's
can't
Eve
blow it
recap.
all. As we said, we can't blow our wad.
Exactly. We're going to do a little movie review, maybe a Mandalorian review, just very quickly. We've
Yeah,
been
because
watching
now
the-
it's so long ago now.
We've been watching The Office. We got to go over our Christmas list, what we got each other, the things we had on our list that we didn't get. We're going to go into all that.
Yeah, I think I'm being so good dropping hints because I don't want to flat out give a list like a laundry list of this is what I want. So I try giving subtle hints, but apparently way too subtle. So, but unlike me,
And
Alan,
likewise.
well, no,
Likewise.
no, Alan gives blatant lists and they're ignored. That's the difference.
Yeah.
They're flat out ignored.
And which is worse?
Well, you thought for sure I still think now he can say, I never really seriously thought you were. He thought I was going to get him a pressure washer. I was like, I'm not getting you a pressure washer. I don't care what you think. I'm not getting you one. And I wasn't trying to fool you. I really didn't get you one.
No, you didn't. But you got me a lot of other things, and we'll go into that. But here's the deal. Here's what I want to do. I want to paint a visual picture for the listener so they can visualize in their minds Kellie and Alan sitting with them in their office building, in their little earbud, at home, in their backseat of their car.
Maybe working out at the gym.
I don't know what's going on in this house, but over the last, I'd say 2 or 3 weeks, our temperatures, and this is typical married couple stuff that whips a lot of couples, I think, the temperatures that we feel have never been further apart in our marriage. In the time I've ever known you, you are so, is it cold-natured or warm-natured?
I'm running hot.
You're so warm-natured right now.
I'm running hot.
It's unbelievable, and I'm freezing to death.
Well, as Alan
I am
likes to
literally
remind me,
freezing to death right now.
as he reminds me every time he tells me he's freezing. Well, I've just lost 13 pounds.
I have. I've lost 13 and a half pounds since
So
Thanksgiving.
obviously doesn't have as
Red Mountain.
much, natural body fat to
Right.
keep himself warm. I, on the other hand, have not lost 13 pounds, and I'm going through the change.
So I'm not kidding
and
you,
I
listener.
get hot.
I have my Nanook of the North hat on, which I wore in New York City. I was wearing this hat when you fell.
Yeah.
I have gloves on. I have a thick hoodie on.
I think you're over exaggerating.
No, because Kellie wanted to turn the freaking fan
I
on.
need ventilation. I need circulation. Does anybody not agree with me? I just need the air moving. I need the air moving.
Well, there's a lot of moving air in here.
Well, save it for when we go to bed, honey.
There's going to be a lot of.
That's when the most moving air happens.
There's going to be a lot of moving air.
Every night I get in bed. Don't waft the covers. Oh, God.
I never say that.
You never say don't waft the covers. I just made that up.
There's going to be a lot of moving air in here in 2021.
How so?
I don't know, because we're podcasting.
Because we're getting it done in 21.
We're getting it done in 21. Boy, that's got me pumped up.
Does it?
Yeah, oh, yes.
Well, you could think of a better slogan. Having fun in 21.
Yeah.
Getting it done in 21. I mean, what else can you say?
Well, I saw another thing. It said, everyone thinks the whole 2020 bad year is over, new year 2021. But after 2021 is 2022.
What does that mean?
It means like it's coming back, 2022.
Oh, also, like
Right.
20 also.
Right.
Okay.
Second version of 2020, 2022.
I'm not buying
No,
into
you're not
that.
buying it?
I'm optimistic. I'm trying to be. I'm trying to be a lot of things right now.
Mhm.
I'm trying to be a better wife to you and obviously failing as you sit there in your winter gear. But thank you for
I'm sorry, I'm
thank
cold.
you for caving.
I'm sorry, I'm cold. Oh, yeah, we'll talk about. I just thought of something when you said.
What?
Well, we're going to talk about The Office, and there was we'll do that in a little while. There was an
Yeah.
episode where a Ben Franklin impersonator was on there.
Yeah.
And I was doing the biggest. See, I told you, wasn't I?
Yes, you were.
Thank
honey.
you.
And it's going to be even more pleasant to hear it retold again on the podcast. So Alan and I told him, hey, The Office is getting ready to leave Netflix. December 31st is the last night you can watch it. So we need to start binge watching. Oh, he hemmed and hawed and put it off. So I started watching it without him. I was like, I got to get this done because it's leaving. And so the first season of The Office only happened to be 6 episodes. I guess it's one of those situations where they had to see if it was going to get picked up. And then I started watching second season. About halfway through, Alan sits down. He loves it. Now, this is really stupid for us talking about The Office now. It's been off the air for almost 10 years, I think. So anyway, we're just now getting into it. So anyway, I'm like, honey, we've got to sit here and binge watch it. We only have like a week, less than a week. We've got to finish it. So we'd watch it here and there as much as we could. And we just couldn't make it. We didn't make it.
There was too much content.
It's too much. Some episodes were only, because they cut out commercials. Some episodes be randomly an hour, which with commercial time, about 40 something minutes. I don't know why they would do that, but I guess it's when it got at the height of popularity.
Yeah, but there were 9 seasons.
9 seasons. And we're sitting there, it's New Year's Eve, and I'm on the couch. This is it. This is December 31st. We can watch as much as we can, and then it's gone. Alan's in his chair. I'm on the sofa, propped up watching, and Alan looks down at his watch at some point and says, hey, it's 12:20.
It was 12:20.
We missed the ball drop.
By 20 minutes.
I said, we missed the kiss too.
Yeah.
And so guess what happened?
We just kept watching The Office.
Nothing. We just kept watching The
kept,
Office.
Kept plowing through it.
I didn't even get up off the couch.
Nor did I.
Get up off the chair.
No.
We just kept watching. Well, I thought we kept watching. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, we're really tired. Stuff stops being that funny. And so I'm like, okay, let's go to bed now. And Alan gets up and wanders to bed. And he's like, man, this last few episodes weren't that funny. Well, come to find out, he was asleep through like the last 3 episodes.
I was, because I went and rewatched the 3 that I thought I had seen, but I had not seen. And they were very funny. And
the reason he can rewatch them is because we downloaded the free week trial of Peacock, NBC's streaming service. So we can watch them now. And now we used to be a couple with no streaming. Oh my God. We got every streaming platform now. But if we don't watch it, we're going to have to pay for Peacock.
Here's what we got. We've got Netflix. We've got Disney Plus. We've got Sling TV. We've got Apple TV Plus.
Is that one I've had forever and just forgot about?
I don't know.
I think I had it on my last.
I have it now.
I married you.
And we have Peacock. We have 5 streaming services.
No, we have more.
What?
Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime. We have 6 streaming services. Remember when we were on here on the podcast saying, we got to do some streaming. We got cable, but I'm about to shit can cable.
We can pull YouTube up on our TV too, but we don't subscribe to that.
Amazon Prime. Yeah, we have Amazon Prime, and we're about to can cable. We're about to cut the cable.
Yeah, and then we got to decide what we're keeping. Alan insists on keeping Disney Plus for when that next Star Wars related series
happens. Oh, you got to keep it for next year.
We're going to just sit there and not watch it for a year, but keep it. There's nothing else on Disney Plus we watch.
Yeah, there is.
What?
All the Star Wars stuff.
You don't watch that. You only watch Mandalorian.
Dylan was when he was here for Christmas break, he was watching all the Star Wars
I'm glad
movies.
Y'all started watching it because I haven't seen you watch any of it. So anyway, we'll see if we get through Peacock or not. I know Peacock also has Saved by the Bell's reboot, and I want to see that because I loved Saved by the Bell. I wasn't a teenager. I was way out of high school when Saved by the Bell came on. But it was my high school experience that I never had and wish I would have had, that fun stuff. So I loved Saved by the Bell.
Oh, we're watching on Netflix. We're also watching Breaking Bad. Talk about late to the party.
We just started watching Breaking Bad. We're the worst.
People say that one's great. I mean, it's okay.
We're not loving it yet.
It's okay.
We're not loving it yet.
It's kind of slow.
I guess it hasn't gotten to the good part because he's still in the moral dilemma of, he wants to sell meth.
Yeah.
And makes meth. And then it's like he's not going to sell meth. But I think he's supposed to sell. I don't know. We're not loving season 1.
But remember Ozark, how quick we were hooked into it. And then it just took off.
But then
you're always on the edge of your seat.
But then it tanked.
Yeah, like season 3. Like the middle of season 3.
So maybe we're doing a slow build instead of sometimes when things like with romance, when it's, all fire and heat, initially it flames out quickly. But that slow build and slow burn, that's what Breaking Bad is.
I'm not saying I hate it.
It's just not as great as we thought it was going to be.
Fine. I'm just not really into it yet.
Well, we've only watched how many episodes? 4?
Yeah.
So, we got a ways to go.
Yeah, we got a long way to go.
So Breaking Bad, we're watching. I'll tell you what. Okay. So I'm looking at Netflix. I watched The Queen's Gambit because I'm looking at what's trending and popular. I want to be hip, and not be watching Breaking Bad 17 years after it goes off the air. So I'm watching The Queen's Gambit, which I thought was really good. If people don't watch it because they think it's about chess, it's not really about the game of chess, even though that's the focus. It's not about the game itself. Anyway, I thought it was great until the last episode. It's only like a 7-episode series.
Did you say it was kind of lewd?
No. You're thinking of Bridgerton.
Oh.
But The Queen's Gambit was really good. But then the last episode, it's like they just tied it all up in a little bow. And there you go. That's the whole series. So I was disappointed in that. But I love The Queen's Gambit. And then I'm like, okay, what else is up there that's interesting? Bridgerton. So Bridgerton, you remember Shonda Rhimes, who created Grey's Anatomy, How to Get Away with Murder. Y'all know the story about why she left ABC? I told Alan. I don't know if y'all heard me tell this on the Kid Credit Morning Show.
Nationally syndicated.
But I'll tell you real quickly. So she made bazillions of dollars for ABC, right? She wrote all these great shows. And in part of her contract, you ask for things in your contract. You ask for perks. It's like when rock stars go to, and they perform at a concert, they ask for things in their dressing room. Like, I want seedless red grapes and I want, sparkling water only. And they just, whatever you want, right? So Shonda has a child and the child has a nanny while Shonda's working. So she negotiated to get, because ABC owns Disney World and Disneyland. So she negotiated season passes for Shonda, her nanny, and the child. Okay. So Shonda's sister came. That way when she's working, the nanny can take her, and when she can, she goes too. Fine. This ain't that big of a deal to ABC. They make $1 bazillion. Alan, this is an interesting story. Quit it. Just because you heard something doesn't mean it's still not interesting.
I just cut to the chase. What are we?
So anyway, her sister came to town, and she's like, "Oh, she wanted to go to Disneyland. When you go to LA, you want to go to Disneyland." Well, ABC said they weren't going to give the sister a free pass, and it's not that Shonda can't afford it, but it was the principle of the thing. She's like, "Look what I do for you people. Give me the freaking pass." So she kind of raises a little bit of stink about it. So they say, "Okay, it's fine. Tell your sister to go to Disneyland with your kid. When she gets there, the pass will be waiting for her at will call." Guess what was not waiting for the sister at will call? And then the sister's embarrassed. It became a big thing. And that is why she left ABC. Now, it was more than that, but that was the final straw.
What would be more interesting to me is your opinion of the show versus.
Well, I'm getting to that. That's an interesting story.
Okay, her Disneyland escapade.
That is an interesting story, Alan.
It is. I've heard it 3 times now.
No, you've heard it once when I told it to you, and now twice.
Mm-hmm.
All right. See the support I get on the podcast from my
Why
husband?
don't you tell everybody about the show?
I am, but moving forward in 2021, how about support me in my story?
I'm trying to.
Put that in your bucket list.
I'm trying to.
So
I'm trying to. You know how else I'm trying to support you?
What?
By doing a podcast in a freaking ice chest.
Thank you. So Shonda moves over to Netflix, and she did not write Bridgerton, but her company is producing it. And I watched the first episode. It's a period piece. It's set, like when, I think it's in London. I don't even remember now. And it's when the girls become of age to start accepting gentlemen callers to get married off in society. And I watched the first episode. I'm like, this is really cute. I mean, I like period pieces, and this would be great for my daughter, Emma Kellie, to watch with me. And I even told Emma Kellie, I'm watching. She was in the middle of watching something else. I said, when you get finished with that, I'll come back and I'll rewatch Bridgerton with you. We'll watch it together. But I kept watching Bridgerton. And guess what? Bridgerton is porn. Bridgerton is porn.
Prawn.
There is orgy activity. The lead character, one of the lead characters, is teaching the other lead character how, can I speak freely here on the podcast since we're adults?
No.
How to pleasure herself. Telling her, the girls in this piece,
I don't understand.
how to pleasure herself.
Like
the girls in this film, in this miniseries, apparently
what
they get
mean?
married. They don't know how babies are made.
What does that mean?
Alan, stop it. They don't know how babies are made. So they're married off to these guys. Like one of the girls who's not married gets pregnant, and the other girls can't figure out how that happened. These are like 16-year-old girls, in this period piece. Anyway, I had to go back and tell Kellie she can't watch it because it's porn. You're not supporting.
That's Bridgerton?
That's Bridgerton.
Okay. Was that another show you watched over the holiday or something? I'm trying to remember how we even got on this.
We're talking about what we watched over the holidays.
Oh, okay. That's right. Bridgerton, and what else did you watch?
Alan, I'm not going back over that again. I don't know what's happening right now.
I'm
just not listening.
I can't even remember how we got started
about
on
the Queen's Gambit. We talked about The Office.
Right. And there was an episode in The Office where a Ben Franklin impersonator was on there. You remember that?
I do, honey. And I'm going to support you as you tell this story that I've already heard.
Well, there's not much of a story to tell.
No, I want to hear it.
Can I get into how the director tried to go to Disney World one time, and there were supposed to be tickets at will call, but the tickets weren't at will call?
That was an interesting story.
And then the director gave the Office producers the middle finger.
Yes.
And then they decided to make another show.
Yes.
Called
something else. That is an
else.
interesting story. I would like to take a vote on who thinks that story is interesting. If you've never heard that.
It's an interesting story. Honestly, I can't remember how we got on what we were talking about.
Well, there you go.
Okay, so what are we talking about
You
now?
wanted to tell about the Office Ben Franklin episode.
Oh, yeah. So there was a guy who was a Ben Franklin impersonator, and there was a reference to Ben Franklin doing lewd things in Paris. And I was like, nobody believes me when I say that. I was like, see, there, right there. 2004, we were talking about this.
Is there a biography or something I can read about that?
I don't know. I just know Ben Franklin was lewd in France.
Where did you hear this?
My dad.
Okay, there must be a biography or something.
He's read a lot about it. Yeah.
Well, then I will go search lewd Ben Franklin on the internet and see what I come up with. But Alan also wanted to talk a little bit about The Mandalorian season 2. Unfortunately, it's been about 2 or 3 weeks now since we've seen it because of the podcast break.
Yeah, I think we were supposed to talk about this a few podcasts ago, and I don't know.
Didn't ever get to it.
Probably didn't have a chance to talk about it. Yeah, it was great. We all watched it together, me and Kellie and the boys in the media room. It was fabulous because Luke made his return.
Are you spoiling it for people that haven't seen it?
Well, spoiler alert. Luke made his return.
You can't say it and then say spoiler alert.
Well, if you haven't seen it by now, sorry. It's been all over the internet.
That's not how spoiler alerts work.
Okay, that's great, but it's been all over the internet. So if you haven't seen it by now, sorry. I'm not the one spoiling it for you.
But say spoiler alert and then say it.
It doesn't matter. Because if you've been on Facebook or Instagram, you know Luke has made his return.
And?
Oh, it was fabulous. Anyone who's a Star Wars fan, this is what you wanted. This is what you wanted instead of the Disney movies. The Disney movies, this is what you wanted. The pure Star Wars fans were extremely happy with this. So, yeah.
But that's it for The Mandalorian.
If you haven't, season 2, yeah. And then
I don't think it's coming back, is it? He fulfilled his mission with the child.
Yeah, he did. But I've heard they're going to sit out one season and then come back in 2002. They're going to sit out this year and then come back in 2022. Yeah. Or 2022, sorry. But the book of Boba Fett is the one that at the end of season 2 in The Mandalorian, they do a little tease if you watch after the credits about the book of Boba Fett. And that's supposed to come out at the end of this year, the end of 2021.
Oh.
So
that's why we're not getting rid of Disney Plus.
I was super stoked about Mandalorian. It was awesome. As a Star Wars fan, it was awesome. What'd you think?
I thought it was fine. I'm not as committed or I'm not as engaged in the story as you are, I guess, or passionate about the story, I should say. So some of the stuff was probably lost on me, but I still thought it was very cool.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Good.
I mean, that's all. I mean, I don't really know anything about the timelines or what messed me up because the first 3 Star Wars took place after the second 3 Star Wars, second set of 3. They're all out of order. And so I can't keep track of when
again?
The first 3 Star Wars happened after the second set of 3 Star Wars movies. Right?
Yes.
And then you come in with Mandalorian, which happened somewhere between episode 1 and 2, maybe.
Well,
I don't even know.
Well, actually, there was a lot that happened in between the second 3 movies in Mandalorian.
And I don't even know. And then they threw another movie in there just to mess everything up in the middle.
To mess everything up?
Yeah, the one where everybody blew up a planet or something. What was that one?
Well, there was Rogue One.
Everybody died.
There was Rogue One. There was Han Solo. There was the sequel movies, the Disney movies. There was 3 of those. So there's 5 more Star Wars movies.
Yeah, I can't keep track, but I can't keep track of the chronological
order.
order.
Then The Mandalorian came out. But it actually happened after episode 6 to further confuse you. Yeah.
Which was the 3rd movie.
Yeah.
See, I don't know why they did it that way.
Yeah.
But Star Wars geeks get it. I don't. I mean, it was entertaining. I just don't get the timeline and why this connects to that.
Mm-hmm. So you kind of have dumb face like I have dumb face when you're talking about Bridgerton.
Well, no, I've told you what Bridgerton is. This is porn.
Prawn.
Why do you keep saying prawn? It's porn.
You don't remember why we say prawn?
I know, honey. Okay. Listen, Alan is going to go into our Christmas gifts in just a minute. But if he takes a big inhale, and y'all can't smell this right now, but Alan and I can. This is one of the Christmas gifts you got.
Oh.
It is burning right now. It's a candle that I ordered from Grove Collaborative. This, Nate Burkus and his partner, what's his name? I just went and lost his name. Give me 1 second. Nate and Jeremiah Brent now has a collaboration with Grove, and this sweet mandarin and cinnamon bark candle is burning in the background. And that was just one of the things I got in my most recent order with grove.co. And also the best smelling hand sanitizer I've ever gotten. Have you been using the hand sanitizers that are completely stinky? I don't know what they're doing to hand sanitizers. I use them and I have to go wash my hands almost immediately. Grove CO's hydrating hand sanitizer. It kills 99% of germs and it comes in this wonderful citrus scent. This is just some of the stuff we get from grove.co because I love it so much. If 2020 has taught us anything, it's that, we've got to start hunkering down at home. We have things being delivered to our home, which is what I love about Grove, because they deliver all those healthy products to the home. We have to keep our homes clean, our hands clean, our everything clean. We want everything clean. And with Grove, you're getting the healthy, effective, eco-friendly, affordable products. You can shop with confidence knowing everything you buy is good for you. It's good for your family. It's good for your home. It's good for the planet. And they make it very easy for you to switch to natural products. So they only carry brands you know and love like Mrs. Meyer's, 7th Generation, Method, Burt's Bees, as well as their own best-selling Grove-made products like that hand sanitizer I just told you about. Plus, we love the Mrs. Meyer's cleaning products. We are obsessed. Her all-purpose cleaning. And plus, I love that with Grove, I find things on there that I can't find in the store, like the foaming hand soap. I like the foaming stuff. I can't always find that at the store. I can always find that with Grove. I love that it's shipped straight to my door. It is a subscription service, so you can have your same order refilled. They can suggest it for you. You can change it whenever you like. And with Grove, you just know that you're doing good things for the environment. You're doing good things for your family. And moving into 2021, that's what we all want, right? Better for ourselves, plus the ease of having it shipped straight to your door.
Make your home healthier this new year for a limited time when our listeners go to grove.co/sandwich. You'll get a free Mrs. Meyer's gift set plus free shipping with your first order.
Wow. We love Mrs. Meyer's so much.
A $30 value, but you have to use our special code. Go to grove.co/sandwich to get this exclusive offer. That's grove.co/sandwich.
Yep. I'm excited about making healthier changes in our family, honey. It's the little changes. And when you try to go real drastic at first, that's when you kind of set yourself up for failure. But when you make the little changes with, grove.co, that's how you're going to be successful.
There you go.
All right, honey. Now let's get into Christmas. Mm-hmm. In addition to that lovely Jeremiah Brent candle burning in the background, which was a surprise for you. That was a little something.
We're doing this out of order, kind of like the Star Wars movies. We started with New Year's Eve. Now we're going back to Christmas.
What did you want to do next?
No, I'm just saying we're just doing it like Star Wars.
Okay, so for Christmas, we do with the kids, we get a list of things, and I've learned a lesson. When the kids give me a list of Christmas presents, I don't give that to every member of the family because what happens is they start getting duplicate gifts. So I'll take their Christmas list. I'll give some things to my parents, some things to Alan's parents, some things to Alan's sisters, something, so everybody gets a different list and we don't have a lot of crossover.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
on
what? Your list.
On what I had on my list?
Yes.
I read that last time. I read that on the podcast.
But it's been a long time and refresh my memory.
Well, I don't know what I all had on my list. I know what I got. I got a drill. I got socks. I got books. I got Mandalorian figures. And I got an air fryer. And I got a trip to Nashville.
He got an air fryer toaster.
That's what I got.
Combo.
I had, what else did I have on my list? There were a couple of things I had, but I didn't get.
Well, he asked for a couple of books.
Oh, yeah.
That you did not get that you really wanted.
But that's okay. You went and got one for me.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was one other thing. Oh, shoes. But that's okay. I can pick out
my
shoes.
I remember you saying you wanted running shoes, but that's something you have to, with running shoes, you have to go and kind of run around the store in them and make sure they fit.
Yeah, Santa just left me a lump of coal.
That is not true at all. Santa did very well.
Yeah, Santa did great. I got a bunch of old man stuff this year. A drill, socks, and books. And an air fryer. So an appliance. But Kellie got me a trip. She surprised me with a trip to Nashville.
Yeah, we're going to take it Valentine's weekend. And my girlfriend, Lindsay, she has a tour guide company, basically. It's called Nashville Bachelorettes. And she can basically plan out, not just for bachelorette parties, but, she knows all the hot spots and where to go, can make all the reservations and take care of it for you. So she's going to help me out because I don't know anything about Nashville. And and she lives there, knows the people. She's got the hookup. So I'm trusting her. So if anybody's going to Nashville, look up Lindsay, Nashville Bachelorettes. But she also has an Instagram too. So anyway, on Christmas morning, as I'm giving Alan the gift of Valentine's weekend in Nashville, what happens Christmas morning in Nashville? That horrible bombing, that explosion of that RV.
Yeah.
I
never got the full story on it.
I was talking to somebody about that today. It's like it was a story and then suddenly chirp, chirp. We didn't hear anything else about it.
So did they catch the person that did it?
I know that they tracked down the person that owned the RV, but I don't know what happened after that. I know they found out who owned it. And a lot of people were saying it had something to do with AT&T because AT&T, based there. So we don't.
Anyway,
honestly, we haven't been watching that much news. We've been watching too much Netflix. So this could have already been in the news and we just haven't been paying attention. But yeah, so that was a little sad. I mean, it was a lot sad to hear on Christmas morning.
But one of my presents was I opened it, or is either my stocking, I can't remember. And it was a Nashville shot glass it was like a little shot glass on these two boots.
Yeah.
And I have said shot glass in my hands, but since you can't see this, I will describe it to you. It's a shot glass. It says Nashville on it. There's a banjo on it. And then it's sitting on these two boots
with spurs on the back.
And it was so random when I opened it. I was laughing and I thought Kellie re-gifted me a shot glass. I was like, why would she give me a Nashville shot glass?
Right. But then the next present you opened was a copy of our airline tickets to Nashville. Yeah. So that was it. I ordered that. I went and looked up Nashville souvenirs on Amazon and that's what came in. But it didn't give it away. You had no idea.
I had no idea.
Well, good. That was a surprise.
I had no idea.
And then I gifted him Mandalorian figures because you really are in love with the girl. Gina, what's her name?
Gina Carano.
So I got her and I got the Mandalorian.
Yeah. And I have those sitting on my desk right now. I don't think I'm going to take them out of the package. I think I'm just going to hold on to them. Maybe someday they'll be worth something. So I did really well. I was very, very fortunate.
And for me, I don't really have a lot of things that I want. I asked for a couple books. I got green lights. I wanted Matthew McConaughey's book. I asked for Mariah Carey's book. I didn't get that. And I wanted this. There was a Dolly Parton book that I wanted too, but I was dropping hints real big time. And I guess I thought it was big time, but it did not land.
How you figure?
Because you didn't get me what I wanted.
Because Holmes came through with 3 gigantic cans of Madeline cream.
Oh, you did that.
Soup.
That was great. No. So Alan and I, we went to eat little Madeline and I was telling him how much I love their tomato basil soup. So he ordered me 3 of the big jars of tomato basil soup, which was really sweet. I love that. And
Holmes also produced a sweatsuit.
You did. Comfy loungewear.
Comfy loungewear. That was another hint you dropped. I don't think that I failed in
the
that
only
regard.
thing that I was telling you that I was hinting about is I've been taking more and more baths lately. And I wanted one of those like bamboo trays that go across the whole tub where you can prop up your glass of wine and a candle and your sponges and stuff and a bath pillow. So that didn't register, but the other stuff did.
Do you think the baths are the reason you're so hot?
No, I haven't been taking a bath every day. But if I do take a bath, girl, watch out. I'm sweating profusely for a while. But I love the whole bath ritual.
Because, babe, I know you thought I was doing a bit by wearing this hat and these gloves, but I'm literally freezing right now.
Your skin is warm.
It's cold in here.
Okay, turn off the fan, honey.
No. I've already got my gear on. I've already geared up.
So you're saying you're comfortable?
Well, I wouldn't say sitting in my house with gloves and a Nanook of the North hat on is comfortable. No, I'm not real comfortable.
Well, take it off and turn off the fan.
No, it's fine.
I have, you just have to, I'm sorry that this is part of
This
life.
is just the way it's going to be.
It's the way it's going to be for a while, where I have moments where I'm very hot.
Maybe next time I'll bring a heated blanket.
Oh, that'd be fun.
You know, I even have a space heater here in this office.
Mm-hmm.
We had this in our Emma, Kellie, and me warehouse, and I moved it from the warehouse
I told Alan
to the office.
if you're cold in the house, put on a jacket. He'll be walking around in shorts and a tank top, and that's the truth.
Not true.
That is the truth.
Not
You
true.
will be walking around in shorts,
I
tank top
haven't
sometimes.
Worn a tank
and I'll
top
say-
since August.
Well, a t-shirt then, and I'll say, just go put on a jacket. Or a sweater or something. We have robes and things. You have that beautiful robe from our honeymoon that's very warm.
Robes are
We
kind of
can both be comfortable.
robes are kind of lewd. Every time I have a robe on, I don't want to wear anything under it. Because that's what you do at a spa. You don't wear anything under your robe.
Well, that's fine. As long as you're warm and comfortable, that's all I can ask.
And you know what's really wheels off? When you take off your robe in a spa, but then you still have your slippers on. It's just a bad look.
Well, who's looking?
Well,
Nobody.
the dudes that are in there.
What are y'all doing?
Well, you're nothing. You're supposed to be just looking straight forward.
Is there a lot of opportunity to get naked in the spa in front of a lot of men?
Yes, a locker room.
What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing back there?
It's a locker room.
Yeah, but in our locker rooms, we have like little dressing areas. We do it really quickly.
Not
and
us.
we're
It's
not-
a big open community
I
area.
don't like that.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't like that very much.
Anyway, speaking of getting off the subject, what were we talking about?
Christmas.
Yeah, Christmas.
But the kids, I think, had a really good time. I mean, it's getting harder as, kids become teenagers. They get fewer things because what they want is super expensive. My daughter is going through the Doc Martens phase now.
Mhm.
You know what she's doing right now as we're recording this podcast? She's upstairs in her bedroom burning incense. Yes, she is. But it's actually pretty cool. I used to burn incense when I was younger, but we had the sticks that, you'd have they would burn down, and you had the little ash catcher below it.
Mhm.
She got one, and there's a Earthbound or something, and they have like the real hippy dippy stuff and the wind chimes, and I don't know, but they have incense there. And this looks like a tree stump with a man's face on it. And you burn the incense in the top of his head, and the smoke comes out of his mouth and pools down into 3 levels of like this pond. And the smoke it's stupid looking, but it's kind of cool. And the smoke just kind of sits there in puddles in the pond. It looks like water, but it's smoke.
That's pretty cool.
It's really pretty cool. So my daughter, the Doc Marten wearing incense burning
Mhm.
child, is upstairs. But I mean, she's kind of teetering between wanting to be a grown up and wanting, she
Yeah,
still likes childish
right.
things.
Yeah.
Like she really wanted to build a bear, the Harry Potter one, but she wanted to build it herself.
Uh-huh.
So got her the gift card for that, got her Doc Martens. But she still loves the Harry Potter stuff.
Mhm.
And our boys, they're pretty simple still.
Yeah, they got a bunch of Legos, man. I was building Legos from Christmas for several days after that with the boys. What else did they get?
The cooking equipment and the fishing stuff.
Yeah, Cole is really interested. He's my sous chef, so he got a
A deep
French fry
fryer.
maker. He got a French fry maker and a little deep fry basket, and he got a sausage making kit from Santa and
A cookbook.
a cookbook. Yeah, a kid's cookbook.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the recipes we made out of the kids' cookbook, it's really easy. It's really pretty good. You get 2 frozen waffles. You get a couple pieces of bacon and a piece of cheese. And you heat up a skillet, and you put the bacon and the cheese in between the 2 frozen waffles.
There's no egg in between?
No egg. You can put an egg in there if you wanted. And then you put butter in your skillet, and then you just warm up the waffle sandwich on each side for about 3 or 4 minutes, and that melts the cheese. And
But the bacon is already cooked when you put
bacon's
it in
already
there.
cooked when
Yeah.
you put it on there, and then you serve it with a little side of syrup. And I cut those in half for both the boys, and they would dip that in the syrup, and they really loved it. That came out of that kid's cookbook. So
Mhm.
Cole helped me.
Simple ideas. that
Real
kids
simple
can
like
do.
that. Yeah. So he helped me do that.
And he also wanted some new headphones. Cole did for his
Oh yeah.
video games.
Yeah. And they got Madden 21 and
FIFA.
Dill got FIFA 21.
And Dylan got a fishing pole and a minnow catcher
Yeah.
and all that kind of stuff because he's getting into that.
He got some fishing stuff.
Yeah, so it was a good Christmas for all of us.
Oh, and a lot of Star Wars stuff too. They got.
And as I finally did, I promised I was going to make my mama's peppered corn casserole / dip for Christmas. And I was in such a hurry that day. I was like, I'm not going to have time to make it, but I promised. So I went ahead and made it, and I posted it on my Instagram story and then saved it in the highlights.
There you go.
So if you ever want to try it, it's super, super simple, but it is so good. And people are already sending me messages how they've tried it and loved it. Somebody made it for lunch today and messaged me.
Nice.
She made it. It was just like this corn dip. It's so good. And one woman messaged me and said she added bacon to hers. And I'm like, oh, because you fancy adding bacon, but it sounded good. So little things you can tweak. Yeah, bacon, you could add to anything. So anyway, that's up on my Instagram if you want to check that out at Kellie Rasberry, and also my mama's macaroni and cheese. Not that you have any well, you know what? Family dinner, homemade macaroni and cheese. Cole requested that the other night because he loves steak and macaroni and cheese lately. And then that corn casserole you can do anytime. It doesn't have to be like a Christmas celebration.
So we did Christmas that morning, and then so it was our year for Santa to come to our house, and the kids wake up and come out and see that Santa was here. But between noon and 6, they go back and see their mom. So Kellie and I had a little time. It was just us. So we decided to go see Wonder Woman.
Bought the tickets in advance, reserved seating, spaced very far apart from everybody in the theater, so it's a safe experience.
Yeah.
Very excited to see it because I had recently seen Wonder Woman, which I was glad because, you know, if I had seen it when it came out at the box office, however many months and months and months ago, I might have forgotten some of it. So it's still fresh in my mind.
And the first one, you know, with Gal Gadot,
I don't know. I always mess it
the
up.
first one was a great movie.
I loved it.
It was really good. This one,
we were very disappointed.
I'm giving a thumbs down.
We were very disappointed.
I'm giving
And
a
some
thumbs
people
down.
are saying, you're just being too critical.
No.
After this year, we
No.
need some positivity. I'm like, honey, we don't need that.
It was a bad movie.
It was corny. There's so many holes in the plot line. You could drive a semi truck through them. It was just like, and I even looked at Alan at one point and I was like, there's a part where I was like, doesn't Wonder Woman have an invisible plane?
And
Alan
I'm
said,
thinking,
that's just in the cartoon.
Yeah, and I'm thinking, no freaking way. I leaned over to Kellie and I said, no, babe, that would be so freaking corny.
30 seconds later.
They're in an invisible plane.
But how they get the invisible plane is about the stupidest thing.
Now, this
It's
was
stupid.
This was the tipping point for me.
That was the tipping point for me.
The part that Kellie is really whipped. Basically, Wonder Woman forms this magic ball.
A ball of energy.
That she had never done before.
She'd only done it once before with a coffee cup.
Right. But she forms this ball of energy.
Are we spoiling? Is this a spoiler alert?
Yeah, and I don't care. While she's in this airplane, and then she touches the airplane, and it turns invisible. Okay. I can kind of buy that because in the comic books and in the TV show, Wonder Woman has an invisible plane.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, she's okay.
But they had to write it in the show somehow, and that's how they decided to do it.
Now, here's the part I could not buy. And once this happened, I was like, this is stupid. I'm out. This makes no sense. Nobody thought about this.
Spoiler alert.
Before her and her boyfriend jump in the plane, they just come upon this plane, and it's this little tiny jet. They jump in the plane.
That he's never flown before in his life. And
this asshole's from World War II.
Yeah. He's been, spoiler alert.
Yeah.
You can tell from the previews he's back.
Right.
But he's been gone for all these years and has never flown this plane.
So this a-hole jumps in the plane with Wonder Woman. He pushes a button. Hot damn, the plane fires up. Lord knows how long it's been sitting there.
Wasn't it like some flight museum?
It was in a museum.
It was like a flight museum.
No power.
Because they keep all the planes gassed up and ready to go to flight museum.
Yeah, that's all you do to turn a plane on. It's like turning a key on your car, right? No, that's not how it works. But anyway, he pushes a button and they take off.
They're in Washington, D.C., by the way.
Wonder Woman turns the ball of magic into the invisible plane. And then they fly the sumbitch from Washington, D.C. to Cairo, Egypt. It's like, okay,
she maybe did a ball of energy and produced more gas.
I can believe the invisible plane because it's like a superhero movie. But if you're going to include stuff that's supposed to maybe be real, that's not superhero stuff. That's like an airplane, and the airplane needs gas, and an airplane needs power.
It also needs to have a pilot that knows how to fly it.
Airplane needs a pilot. But this
It was so
guy
bad,
is going
y'all.
to fly it from Washington, D.C. to Cairo, Egypt.
And you remember
I'm like, this is stupid.
And you remember when quarantine started and Gal Gadot went on Twitter or whatever. She got all of her celebrity friends, including the girl who played Cheetah in the movie.
Yeah.
The names are just all escaping me
Saturday
right
Night
now.
Live.
Saturday Night Live, Kristen Wiig. And they all sang, "Imagine there are people." I don't even know the words to that song. Imagine there's no hunger. It's easy if you try. And they got slammed for being absolutely ridiculous and kind of tone deaf. And like, look at all you rich celebrities sitting in your vineyard singing about imagine this world of people, whatever. Well, that's basically the theme of this movie. That if we just realize how good we have it and how people are so good that everything's going to be okay, Alan. I'm sorry, y'all. It was, and if you saw it and loved it, and you probably think we're horrible people right now, but it was bad.
I just compare
It was bad.
I just compare it to the original, which was a great movie.
And the guy who played that villain is the Mandalorian.
Yeah.
He is the Mandalorian.
Pedro Pascal.
But
And
he's
that
the
guy,
villain.
now here was kind of, I guess,
Over
what
the
I
top.
took away. His character was over that.
Way.
But the guy can act.
He can act.
He can act.
And you know what? Okay, but let's look at other superhero movies, over the top characters. It's fine. I don't care that he's over the top. You have, the Penguin and the Joker. I don't even know.
Remember
if they're in the same
Willem
universe.
Dafoe and Spider-Man?
Yeah, I don't know if I'm in the
Over
same.
top.
Yeah, over the top acting is not the problem. That's not the problem. It's just the syrupy, icky, sweet. Like, you're kidding me, right? This is the storyline. This is how you're going to save the world with positive vibes. I mean, I'm sorry. We need a little bit more than positive vibes to save us all. I mean, that's a great little kumbaya thing, but that ain't real life. But anyway, they're still going to do another movie. They're bringing back the same director too.
Who directed this one? Do you know?
Patty Jenkins. So you got, the female director, which is great. I'm glad more female
Did she
directors
ever
are
go to
coming
Disney
along. Huh?
Did you ever go to
Oh,
Disney?
stop it. That was a good story. And I want everybody that enjoyed my story to reach out to Alan personally. And let him know.
Podcast at kellyandalan.com.
Mhm.
And you can tell me how much of an asshole.
How much you thought that story was interesting.
I loved it.
You made me feel bad about
I'm sorry.
it.
I
You
didn't
continue to bring it
I don't
up.
want to make you feel bad. I'm sorry.
We're going to bring up one more thing before we get through this traumatizing first podcast of 2021. But you know what? If 2020 has taught us anything, it's that, comfort is the new everything. There's two things my kids know about me. I love flavor and I love
Comfort.
I told Alan, I said, y'all can make fun of me all you want. Who doesn't like flavor? And who doesn't like comfort?
I love comfort, and I'm very uncomfortable right now.
I told you to turn off the fan and take off your hat. But let me tell you, okay, so last year, so long ago, remember when I told you about the Sweaty Betty workout leggings I had? These are a London-based company. They're the trendiest thing ever, Sweaty Betty. And I didn't say anything to Alan about them, and he noticed my flat butt. I have the flattest butt ever.
Flat butt.
He even said, "Your butt looks good in those leggings." I'm like, yes, I didn't even tell him. Sweaty Betty's leggings were made to make your butt go whoop, whoop, up like that. Okay. Well, then I found out Sweaty Betty has these new Gary pants. They're called Gary pants. I don't know who Gary is, but these are comfy pants. These are going to be your new favorite everyday pants to keep you cool, casual, totally on trend. I'm wearing them right now. When my Sweaty Betty Gary pants came in the mail, I opened them up. I did not wash them. I put them on my body. I was on Christmas break. I proceeded to wear them for 4 days straight. I love them that much. And I'm wearing them again right now. And they're almost like joggers is how I describe them. They've got just a little bit where they come in at the ankle, but not really super tight. You could seriously dress these up with a cute jacket, some cute shoes and stuff, or you can just wear them to lounge around the house all day, 4 or 5 days in a row without washing them. Whatever you want to do, Sweaty Betty is going to be your go-to. Super soft, lightweight fabric. The Gary pants allow you to breeze from running errands to working from home. Sweaty Betty's iconic Gary pants, they have a relaxed fit now. Sweat wicking fabric, super flattering waistband. That's true. and the fitted cuffs that stay exactly where you want them to be. The perfect stay-at-home companion, the Gary pants. They've been called the next level lounging with their perfect shape, cozy fit without any of the bulk. I love the Sweaty Betty leggings. A lot of you took my advice and got those. Take my advice and order Sweaty Betty's Gary pants. They're Sweaty Betty's staff's pick for everyday comfort.
And because you deserve to look amazing before, during, and after you work out, go to sweatybetty.com/Lovin and use our code Lovin, Lovin, at checkout to get 20% off your purchase. This is the best offer Sweaty Betty has available anywhere. It's spelled sweatybetty.com/Lovin, Lovin. Use our code Lovin at checkout. That's sweatybetty.com/Lovin, promo code Lovin.
And I know a lot of you ladies are going to ask me, these run true to size. So order your true size. With the leggings, I said size down, but the Gary pants, order your true size. That's my advice on that.
Love Sweaty Betty.
I'm wearing them right now, baby. Feel them.
Get it, babe.
Well, you can't.
Well,
You
I
got on your
can't have
gloves.
gloves.
Trust me, they're very soft and comfy. I might wear them tomorrow too. Because it's 2021. I mean, come on. Over Christmas break, let me be honest. I seriously lived in these Sweaty Betty pants. I'm just talking now. And even though I could still continue to talk about them, I really love them. I rarely put on a bra unless we left the house. If we left the house, I put on a bra. I would go all day and be about to go to bed and suddenly realized I never brushed my teeth today. And that happened more than once. I don't know what happened to me.
Have you given up?
I gave up over the holidays.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I do decide to do the least little bit of effort, everybody's like, oh my God,
Mm-hmm.
you look so good. So, I mean, I guess I should put more effort in 2021, but I miss having excuses to get dressed up. I do like it, but I don't know if I can ever wear stilettos again. I mean, I think my feet I've not worn heels in so long. I don't know if I ever want to again.
Well, speaking of getting dressed up, let's just talk about our New Year's Eve and bring it home for Jerome.
Well, New Year's Eve, our tradition is to go have a very nice steak, even though I got seafood, but Alan loves to get his steak and creamed spinach. And we have this journal. It's a beautiful red leather-bound journal that we have now, it's become our bucket list journal. And we write the things we want to accomplish in the coming year. Now, 2020, I would say, was a wash but we don't even look back at the book we write it down and we don't look at it again until the next New Year's Eve, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it turns out in just the first 3 months of 2020, Alan accomplished 90% of his bucket list.
Almost all of them, yeah. Let's review.
Yep. Let me just open I'm trying to do this with one hand.
You're going to 2019?
I'm going to 2020. Remember, we changed over to the new book in 2020.
Oh.
So Alan wanted to visit a city he's never been to.
Well, but these would have been made at the end of 2019.
Right. So this is for the 2020 bucket
For
list.
the 2020 year, yeah.
So visit a city he's never been to, drive an RV
Check.
with his sons.
Check.
And finish his left sleeve of tattoos.
Check.
And then learn 3 more magic tricks.
Well, there's where I failed. I learned 2 out of the 3, and the 2 I learned, I don't know very well. So
that's where you kind of dropped the ball.
Yeah, I didn't really do that one.
So that was his bucket list. And he had some resolutions things that he did, for the most part. My bucket list, only one.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to go to Boston.
Didn't
we were
happen.
supposed to go to a visit. Alan said, I want to visit a city I've never visited before. I said, well, I want to be very specific and say Boston.
I went to Marfa.
And we were supposed to go to Boston over Thanksgiving, but coronavirus. So that didn't happen.
China virus.
I wanted to do a mother-daughter trip. I used to do mother-daughter trips with my mother, but I wanted to include Emma Kellie. That didn't happen.
Nope.
Coronavirus.
China.
I wanted to visit my Aunt Velma in South Carolina last year. I did do that, but
You had to come back early.
I had to come back early. I had to cut my trip short.
Ah.
I wanted to do a bigger, better podcast family vacation.
Well, that definitely didn't happen.
Coronavirus.
China virus.
And I wanted to hit a certain dollar amount for retirement and also had a professional goal that I wanted to realize.
Hold on. I'll pick that one up for you.
What?
Oh, just the number you
I
have
didn't,
there.
but I
your
didn't say it out
retirement.
loud. I had a retirement dollar amount I wanted to hit.
I understand, but we'll still
and-
pick it up for you.
And a career goal that I did not realize.
Read them those resolutions.
Oh, my resolutions from last year?
Yeah.
Stop hitting the snooze button.
How'd that
Didn't do
work
it.
out?
Sleep at least 7 hours a night.
Shit.
Did you just say the S word?
No, I just said shit.
Drink 2 liters of water per day.
That never happens.
Walk Larry. This is before we had Zoe. Walk Larry 5 times a week.
I think you walked the dogs 5 times last year.
Read 6 books.
That didn't happen either.
Cultivate friendships, which I did. I did that.
I did a little bit of that.
I did a little bit of that. I remember. Call at least 1 friend per week. But you know what? I talked to somebody the other day, and that was also their resolution.
You don't call me once a month.
Babe, that's not true. To lose.
Wait. Keep going.
Lose back to the weight that I was when I went on the family vacation.
And what's that
after
last
our wedding.
one? What's that last one?
Be a better wife and partner to Alan.
Now, was there a check mark next to that?
Yes, there is. You told me to put a check mark. You said I had been.
Can we have examples?
Baby, you told me to check it. At least it was on my list. It wasn't on yours. So I'll let Alan go over his list for the coming year. And then we got in a fight over my list because he says I don't do it right.
We didn't get in a fight, and I'm being misrepresented. I didn't say you're not doing it.
Yes,
right.
you did. What did you say?
If I may tell everybody what I think a bucket list item is, I do a yearly bucket list because I believe if you do a lifetime bucket list, you'll procrastinate, you'll never do them. And if you do a yearly bucket list, then it puts the anus on you. So you have to do it in that year.
But here's the thing. I think I've pretty much done everything I want to do before I die. So I just wanted to take a mother-daughter trip. I've already done that, but I want to do it again.
Then those are a bunch of to-do. Then
Right.
you make a to-do list.
But the thing about
That's not a bucket list.
Okay, but the bucket list, if you put I want to visit a city I've never been to before every year, that's a to-do list.
No, it's not. It's a bucket list of mine to visit a new city every year.
But isn't that really a to-do list?
No,
because a bucket list would be like, I want to go to Italy before I die.
No, because if I said visit Boston every year, that would be a to-do list.
See, this is why we get into arguments.
No, because here's what Kellie said.
I don't do it right.
Kellie said, I'm going to put visit Aunt Velma on my bucket list.
Yes, for this year.
You visited Aunt Velma 50 times.
But I want to put visit Aunt Velma on. Okay,
that's a to-do.
You put visit a new city every year on yours, and it's the same thing.
Because it's different. A bucket list would be a
podcast at kellyandalan.com.
Okay, well, here's on my bucket list. Okay. Now, see, I have tattoos, but I had get another tattoo, but it's going to be in a different spot.
Oh, you cannot tell me that's a bucket list.
Okay.
Getting a tattoo the first time would have been a bucket list. Now it's a to-do.
The people agree with me.
No, they don't.
The next one. The next one is I want to turn 50. That's a bucket list item. Turn 50 and have at least 50 people in Mexico sing to me happy birthday. And then right after they finish singing happy birthday, I want them to all sing for He's a Jolly Good Fellow. In Mexico, at the pool, at least 50 people. That's a bucket list. My third one is I want to do, I dabble in photography. I want to do a Larry and Zoe photo shoot. I want to take some really good pictures of Larry and Zoe and put them in our bathroom where we bathe the dogs.
This is something you want to do before you die. So
yes.
You're putting it up for 2020.
Yes. It's a yearly bucket list.
Okay.
And I've never done it before. Mm-hmm. Thank you. I want to take Kellie, 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 on an RV trip. Never done that before.
No.
Never done it before.
I don't think I
That's
put that
why
on
it's
mine.
a bucket list.
I don't think I put it on mine.
That's why it's a bucket list.
But we're doing it.
Here's another one. Visit a city I've never been to.
Oh, but that was on last year's list.
No, I visited Marfa last year. I'm not going to visit Marfa this year.
But you didn't put visit Marfa.
That's a city I'd never been to.
You know you're wrong.
No, I'm not.
I caught you.
No,
I
you
trapped
didn't.
you on
No,
that.
you
I should
did
be a
not.
lawyer. I should have been a lawyer.
You should have been. Take the boys on a guided fishing trip and then have a fish fry. That'd be a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
And then
in the RV, I can't do it because you already done it once.
No, it doesn't say RV.
Are you going to do it in the RV?
I may, but it doesn't say RV. And then the last one I have is, I don't know if I should have put this on here. Go to bartending school. I've always wanted to go to bartending school.
Why shouldn't you have put that on there?
Well, I don't know, because now I'm on the hook to go to bartending school.
Well, I tried to give that to you last year as a gift, remember?
Yeah, but you didn't know my schedule.
Well, it was really, I was trying to surprise them with it, but because of coronavirus, they have daytime and nighttime classes, but they weren't doing like a regular session. It was only nighttime classes. They were condensing it into 4 nights, and it was all the way down in Dallas, which we live in the suburbs. So it'd be late at night. And I was just like, I don't think this is the right time. But I did try to give you that last year.
You did. And then
at least it planted the seed that you wanted to do it this year. I like that.
Yeah. And then I've got the typical resolution stuff: lose weight, do more exercise, walk the dogs more, call people, those are resolutions.
Right. That's what I had under my resolutions last year. So my bucket list, I'm going to read the Bible all the way through.
See, I think that that's a bucket list.
Yeah. I've never read it all the way through.
Who does that?
A lot of people do that.
Well, a lot of people do it, but I think there are a lot more people who haven't done it.
Right. So a lovely listener, because I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I got the Gideons had a pamphlet. I've heard about these other programs where you read the Bible, not front to back, but you read it like in chronological order, because, like the story of Jesus' birth is told several times in the Bible, but I don't know, there's some sort of order where you kind of jump around, but you still end up reading the entire Bible through,
like Star Wars,
but it's in order. So, oh gosh, somebody sent me a podcast that I have to download. I'll get that for you and mention it next time. So I'm going to read the Bible all the way through. I just kind of was like, I'm just going to read it all the way through, straight through. And I'm reading Genesis, and Alan's been sitting there with me. I'm like, this is so fascinating, because these are stories that I heard growing up. I was taught them, but actually sit there and read the stories. It's really cool. I'm enjoying it.
Would it count if you had James Earl Jones read it to you?
Well, I mean, you could have books on tape. You could have a lot of people listen to the Bible on tape, and you could listen to the whole thing, but I want to read it.
If I'm going to listen to somebody, I want frickin' Darth Vader reading it to me.
There you go. I put mother-daughter, granddaughter trip back on the bucket list, because I want to do that with my mom and my daughter. I have not done that ever. Can that count as a bucket list?
Which one?
My mother-daughter trip with my mother and daughter.
That's a bucket list. You've never done it.
But then I put see Velma this year, and he says, no, it's not a bucket list.
That's a to-do. That's a to-do. You've done it.
Alan?
Bucket list. I want to do it before I die.
I said, what I finally ended up doing, putting bucket list / resolution. I don't even care. This is what I want to do this year.
I want to know how
this is what I want to do this year.
I want to know how this is something that I did before we met, and then you started doing it.
Get your own book
but
then.
now all of a sudden you're making the rules for it.
Well, then get your own book, and I'll do my book, and we'll just do separate books.
Okay, that's fine.
Is that what you want to do?
That's fine. You make your to-do list, and I'll make my bucket list.
Alan, I just told you half of your bucket list is a resolution and a to-do.
Bucket list.
You're wrong.
To-do. Yours is to-do.
Wear the red bikini for Alan's birthday in Mexico. It is on my vision board.
That's a to-do. You've worn a bikini for my birthday.
No, I didn't. I wore a bikini,
before.
but not for your birthday.
You jogged down a damn beach in your bikini.
That was not for your birthday.
In slow motion.
Not for your birthday. I did write down RV trip with Alan. Ugh, why did I put that down there? Go to Hawaii for your birthday.
Okay.
Is that not a bucket list?
What did you say?
Honey?
RV trip? Yuck. What?
Yeah, I don't want to go. I'm just kidding.
Well, you don't have to.
Good.
How about we'll do a bit?
Fine.
We'll recruit a listener.
Go ahead.
Any listener who wants to go with me on an RV trip,
Y'all can do a podcast together too.
At podcast@kellyandalan.com. And give me your best 50 words on why you would be a better RV companion than Kellie or
Alan is not
Rasberry
doing
Evans.
that. Don't waste y'all's time. He's not going to take anybody but me. I want to create the guest room of my dreams. We're converting some bedrooms. Cultivate friendships back on there. The same dollar amount in retirement, since we did not hit that in 2020. I wanted to reconnect with Emma Kellie. Again, this is my bucket list / resolutions. I told him, Emma Kellie even asked me today, she goes, why do you keep telling me you love me so much? She finally said something today because I keep telling her how much I love her. She's like, why do you keep telling me you love me?
Jeez,
But I want to do more with her.
it's hardcore.
I love her. And I feel like, I've kind of dropped the ball on being a good mother. I want us, to do stuff together more. I'm going to host a party with an old friend of mine. I'm going to use Alan's paint set gift that you gave me back in March or April. I'm going to finally use it.
I thought I already gave that away.
You did not. It's somewhere.
I thought you gave that to.
I didn't give it away.
To Operation Once in a Lifetime.
No, I didn't give it away. It's somewhere in the house. And I said I want to paint something that's frame worthy.
Wow. That's bucket list.
And I put back walk the dogs a minimum of 5 times a week.
That's a to-do. That's a New Year's resolution.
I just said it's a resolution /
Then why are we
bucket
putting it in a
list.
special red book?
Because it's just something to do, Alan. It's something to do that we can look back on every year to see how much we've accomplished and then talk about it on one podcast.
So what you're saying is I'm getting too involved in the technicalities?
Yeah.
Well,
it is what it is.
I just think if
I just don't have that many things I want to do before I die. So I just have things I want to do this year.
Uh-huh. There's nothing.
Hopefully I don't die this year.
There's nothing you want to do before you die.
Well,
so if
we do have a lifetime bucket list. We did. I want to eventually, I think I would like to go to Italy.
Okay.
But you know what? I see pictures of Italy on TV and I feel like I've already been there, right?
Wow.
We did a lifetime.
Pulling back the kimono. This is what we want.
We did. You wanted to go to Scotland to play golf. We wanted to visit Australia.
Good eye, mate.
A safari in Africa and have a vacation home. That was our lifetime bucket list.
Yeah, those are good ones.
But we can't put that on our yearly bucket list because we're not going to do all that in one year.
I know. Those are great, but those are the ones where, you wake up here in about 15 years and you're like, man, sure wish I had taken that trip to Australia.
Yeah, now I got bad knees.
Now I can't get on an airplane. Now I got to take care of the grandkids. Yeah, you watch. Mm-hmm.
Well, do you want to add those to this year's bucket list?
Yeah, we got to do them all this year.
You took all the joy out of my bucket list. But anyway, I do like doing that. I like writing everything down in a book, and it's kind of fun, and a really nice journal that we have something. And then you can look back at it in a few years and see how far we've come and how much we've accomplished.
I bet we knock a lot of them out this year.
Well, you will. I can't do worse.
My big one is that 50th. I want 50 people to sing me happy birthday and then launch into For He's a Jolly Good Fellow.
Well, Alan has promised that he's going to call the travel agent Judy this week and finalize some dates for our podcast family vacation in July. We are very confident that we'll be able to go in July, a big group of us.
Man, I hope so.
The resort is open. It's not open to full capacity, but it is open. And so we're going to try to see if we can get some dates nailed down and make it happen, because it is your big 5-0 this year. Even though his birthday's in August, we're celebrating in July in Mexico at Valentin Imperial.
And here's what you can do for now. You can go to www.kellyanallen.com/vacation. And we don't have dates, like Kelly said. We don't have.
It's going to be on or
prices.
Around July 4th week.
But we know it's going to be on or around July 4th week. There's links to the Valentin Imperial that Kelly mentioned. There's pictures from our first vacation, so you can see all the buffoonery. There's a form if you want to just get on the list. So our travel agent, Judy, has you in her file. She can answer any questions you have. Go request some information. And we should have more information pretty soon.
Yeah, you're going to call tomorrow, right?
Yeah, we're going to get that rolling. We have
a lot of things we've got to get done this week. Not this year, but this week. My to-do list for this week is growing. So getting back in the swing of things. Happy to start the new year with you guys, our podcast family. Hopefully it'll keep growing and we'll have opportunities. Oh, we've got a meetup coming up in February. That's why when we were talking about the meetup, remember we were trying to pick a date to go to Oat with our podcast family.
Yeah.
And everybody was like, how about Valentine's weekend? I'm like, no, people might have Valentine's plans. It's because we were going to Nashville. I couldn't say anything to Alan. So there's a Facebook page. Alan, what is it? Podcast family meetup. You remember what it's called?
A Sandwich and Some Lovin' fan meetup.
Fan meetup.
I think it's a private group.
But you have to request to get in it.
You have to request to be a member.
But it's coming up this Saturday. February. Well, we're just trying to get
27th.
it. You don't have. You can come. I mean, but we
Feb 27.
February 27th. What time did we say? 6:00 at night.
I don't know. Yeah. In the evening.
It's an Oaked Barbecue.
We will have live entertainment.
We're gonna probably take over the patio area.
Talk to Chef Mike about that.
They have live music.
May have some specials.
Yeah, so it'll be fun. We're just gonna hang out and say hey to some people, and that's what we're doing. That's the first meetup of the year, and hopefully, in Dallas, it's what they do is you wear masks to go into the restaurants, and then once you're eating and drinking, you can take your masks off. So we're gonna be eating and drinking a lot that night.
Yeah, probably.
We got that to look forward to. A lot of good things coming in 2021.
We hope. Because right now there's a gorilla. He's holding a big flashlight and he's standing right outside your door.
Well, I'm looking at a gorilla holding a microphone right now.
Oh.
Are you comfortable though, honey?
You got any others?
Are you comfortable? Are you sweating just a little bit?
No, I'm not. Because it's
good.
freezing in here.
It's not freezing in here.
I have jeans on and my legs are cold.
I feel good.
Well, I've
That
lost
fan's
13 and a half pounds.
Okay, keep reminding me that.
Well, I'm just saying I have.
Women love when their men keep telling them how much weight they've lost. They love that.
Red
As
Mountain.
they're right in the middle of having a hot flash.
Red Mountain.
Right in the middle of having a hot flash. You're going to tell me that.
Add Red Mountain.
All right, we got to go.
Oh, okay. All right, babe. Well, this was good. We covered
Parts of it were good.
Covered a lot of ground.
Parts of it were good.
A lot of ground. We got
Parts of it were very frustrating.
We got in some of the details of our Christmas vacation, but it was fun. Covered a lot of ground. All right. Well, I love you desperately.
Love you.
I love our listeners desperately.
Love y'all.
I love the Valentin Imperial in Mexico desperately. I love 2021 desperately. I love my Nanook of the North hat desperately because if I did not have this on, I would have experienced hypothermia already. I'm glad I have my gloves on, and I love them desperately because I would have. What's that syndrome you have?
Raynaud's.
Yeah, I would have had Raynaud's syndrome by now.
Mock my infirmaries.
Mock your infirmaries.
Yeah.
You mock my stomach distress, my
your
stomach
gassiness
on a daily basis.
That's because you're gassy all the time.
There
But
it
you
is.
insist you
There
don't
it is.
have. But you
There it
insist you don't have any infirmaries.
I don't have it. There's nothing wrong with
Okay,
me.
so how am I mocking your infirmaries? You're just tooting all over the place.
There's nothing wrong with me. But I'm sure we'll podcast again real soon.
I think you need to get your hormones checked because you're obviously cold-natured now.
And in the immortal words of the great Keanu Reeves, life is good. Have a good sandwich. Bye.
Ugh. It is not that cold, y'all. So ridiculous.
When it's 60, okay, let's just do it. We'll do an informal poll. Okay, guys, when it's 66 degrees outside, do you leave the house with A, a t-shirt on, B, a sweater, or C, a light jacket? A, B, or C? When it's 66 degrees and windy outside, okay? So the feels like temperature is probably in the low 60s. A sandwich and some 60s.
What do you call that hat?
Well, it's my Nanook of the North hat.
How do you his?
I don't know that that's
Nah.
I don't know if that's PC, but he was an indigenous person.
Who's Nanook of the North?
Well, he was a indigenous person.
What's wrong with saying that?
Well, there's nothing. Look, Nanook of the North. Okay, let's see what we got here. Thank you. Thank you. Everyone who's answered C is being honest.
What's the
Thank
question?
you. Thank you.
What was the question?
Thank you.
What was ABC? What was the question? I wasn't listening.
When it's 66 degrees outside and windy.
It's not windy.
So the feels
it's
like
not windy at all outside.
5 miles an hour. So the feels like
it's the ceiling fan.
So the feels like temperatures in the low 60s. Do you wear a t-shirt? Do you wear a light sweater? Or do you wear a light jacket? Everyone's saying light jacket.
You're wearing a Nanook of the North hat and gloves and a hooded sweatshirt. That's a little bit more than a light jacket.
Jana, your answer is null and void. I'm just kidding. Kara? Oh, a light jacket. Thank you. Ah, Bethany. You guys are killing me. Senya, I mean, there's no deal with Mexico. If you want to go to Mexico like today, you can. There's no travel restrictions to Mexico. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Sin. Everyone is C. Yes. Michelle just said it was 62 degrees today, which it feels like in here. And she had on long sleeves, a hooded shirt, and a jacket.
It does not feel like 62 in here. If I had a room thermometer,
Miranda,
it would not
your
be
answer
66 in
is
this room.
null and void.
This is a low ceiling room. There is equipment in here making it warmer. And I have hot flashes. That's it. That's it. I could have sat here in this, but I don't want y'all to see my big meaty arms and boobies the whole time. So I wanted to wear this to cover up my arms. That's what I wanted. So I asked to turn on the ceiling fan so there'd be some air circulation.
I mean, unless something's changed, I don't think no one I've talked to has said anything about it.
What?
Travel restrictions to Mexico. Bethany, it is not an Eskimo hat. This happens to be a Nanook of the North hat. It's very warm. Yeah. Said I'll start doing some more Chef Alonzo. The air fryer is great. Man, I dig that air fryer. Oh. Now I'm cold. What if I have cold flashes? Does anybody care?
Nope. You put on a jacket. Funny how the hat comes off now.
Well, I'm leaving the room here in a minute. Hey, everybody, this is the face that Kelly catches me make a lot. I'm just going like this. And Kelly says, why do you make that face? I said, I never made that face until I met you.
It's true.
Do it, man. You know how whenever you see someone a lot, you parrot back whatever you see. So this is me and Kelly.
Is that it? What's the word Bridgerton? Bridgerton is porn.
Prawn. Wait a minute. Chubby face?
Who, me?
No, me. Bethany just said I have a chubby face. I'm being body shamed. You can't body shame me, Bethany. Here with all our friends. Comfortable. Yeah, Sin says as long as you're comfortable. Yeah, now I'm okay, Sarah, if thank you, Erica. I didn't lose it. I never said I lost 80 pounds, Sin. I'm being misrepresented. I said 13 and a half. Chubby face. She said my Nanook hat makes me have chubby face. Listen to Nook hat. I had this thing in New York. I even had this dog freaking buttoned like this. This hat is actually this thing's greatness. But it gives me chubby face, is what they said. Your husband's being shamed.
Thank you to this week's. Oh, this pod. It's not this week's.
You give me 13 and a half hugs. That's what you need to do after that. Yes, Erica, 13 and a half. Thank you.
What's 13 and a half?
What's chocolate pea? Chocolate pea?
What's chocolate pea?
What's chocolate pea? Is it lewd? Am I missing something?
There's a song called Chocolate Rain.
Matthew, my man. My man. Whoa. Alicia, I got plenty of meat on my bones. Trust me. I'm still trying to get some off. I gotta be looking right for is it lewd? Gotta be looking right for Mexico. Lewd. Erica, no set menu. You can order up whatever you want. I think Chef, I asked him, I said, will there be anything different on the menu? And he said he might have a special something just for our group. I don't know what, like wings or something. Chocolate pea. Oh, that's lewd. That is.
Why is somebody talking about that?
What is? Did we talk about that?
No.
We talked about lewd things that Gwyneth does.
That was how many podcasts ago?
Not that many. That's right. I remember now. Yeah, that was lit. I didn't know it was chocolate, though. I thought it was just a cast.
What are you talking about? Oh, the penis. You're saying pee. Like I thought urine. You're talking about penis?
Yeah, but I thought it was I didn't know it was made out of chocolate.
I didn't know it was made out of chocolate either. I thought it was just a mold.
I thought it was just a mold. I might do that just to hang it on my wall. I got a long area here. It'd do really well, I think. A couple of feet there, I think. Do pretty good right there. Yeah, really. It's because y'all are lewd. Miranda's in SA Town. That's where Sin is. She's in San Antonio also. I think you're funny gal there, huh, Sin? Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. A hat hanger, Kara. That's genius.
What's a hat hanger?
Sin's in San Antonio. It's that time we went down there to see her. It was in San Antonio. Remember that? Went down there, had drinks. I passed out. It's very lewd. It's like Ben Franklin, lewd.
Our mattress shipping.
Oh, really?
Well, I have to. She said here their email is when it's ready to go. That didn't help. All right. I'm going to go watch the rest of The Bachelor.
Remember that time we went to see Sin in San Antonio?
Mm-hmm. Is she on there now? Hey, Sin.
Yeah. It's a good time down there, Sin. We're trying to get down there sometime. See you in San Antonio.
Oh, icooled.com. But he did write you back, though?
Yeah. Well, he sent it to the other one. That's what people do. They fat finger it. Bounce back.
I'll tell him later, but you did talk to him, so that's good.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. Thank y'all for hanging out. Y'all let Alvin know that I was right and he was wrong at podcast@kellyandalan.com. Just pick which subject you want to let him know.
Oh, for sure, Sarah. Yeah, you don't do it unless it's, you wouldn't make a cast like all,
Flaccid.
Yeah, that wouldn't work. You want you want it to be long and strong. Like the Leaning Tower of Pisa. You want it like that. You don't want it like all natural. You just got out of the bathtub. That's not a good look.
You want it at its proudest moment, at its pinnacle, at its peak.
Oh my goodness.
Exactly. You guys are so lewd. We have, whoops. Our listeners are lewd. I think they like our podcast because you're so lewd.
Me?
Yes.
I'm not
You
lewd.
talk about all that lewd. You're the one that brought up the
Does anybody watch Bridgerton? I thought it was good. It was a little hokey.
yes, stout.
And it's beautiful.
Erect
And then
stout.
they have like a freaking orgy. And then the guy's telling the girl
Thank you,
to go
Miranda.
home and touch herself and all this stuff. I'm like, I don't want my 14-year-old daughter seeing that. What is that?
Hey, Mel. Happy New Year, Mel. You guys are funny. Oh, I'm bushed. Are you bushed?
I'm a little tired. I need to go back. I need to go to bed early.
Hey, Mel. Mel's there.
Hey, Mel.
Mel, those things you're posting about Scott Stapp are really cool. I'd like to see that or see him, perform. He looks so different now. I mean, he looks really healthy. It looks like I guess that's part of his thing he's doing is talking about his sobriety and his addiction and mental health and all that. So that's pretty cool. He's in a good place. It sounds like he's in a good place. I need to watch some of that or do some more research about him, but I know Creed gets a bad rap, but like in the day, I liked Creed. Their guitarist was he was a big fan of Metallica, so they were one of his inspirations. I just like the way he plays.
All right. Love you.
I love you. Oh,
Finished.
that wasn't a very good kiss. There. All right, guys. What else can I show you here? Oh, well, here.
Does that smell good?
I know. There's my Mando figure. Pretty cool, huh? Ages 4+. So it's safe for me. And then there's my Cara Dune, played by the lovely Gina Carano. She's so badass. Pretty cool, huh? Sin, I tell you what. Cowboys, another year of injuries, excuses, poor play, poor coaching, and no playoffs. And what's the one constant? Jerry Jones. You don't need your collar on there, big girl. Yep. Look who it is. Look at your sweet doggy. Oh, she's so sweet. What are you huffing about? What are you huffing about, huh? You're huffing. What's wrong? Why are you huffing? Need some water? Huh? It's a Zonat. Yeah, exactly. He should have, Sarah. Is that? Oh, Mel, you don't have to do that. Yeah, you should have challenged that play. Yeah, Erica, there's always next year. Yeah, I know. There's always been next year since 1995, too. It's ridiculous. As a fan, is it too much to ask to win? Just every once in a while. I'm not asking for winning like every year. I'm just asking to win just every once in a while. Just every once in a while. Win something. Win a division. Win the conference. Just win the conference one time. Let's try that. I'm not even asking for the Super Bowl. Just win the NFC. If you win the NFC, you go to the Super Bowl, though. Just go to the NFC Championship. How's that? Just go to the NFC Championship. Unbelievable. 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 Yes, it's unbelievable. Yeah, exactly, Sin. Back when they had training camp in your city in San Antonio, where we went down there to party. Yeah, Dak on your fantasy? Oof. Now, I'm a big Dak fan. I love Dak Prescott. Outside of Dak Prescott, I don't know. I like Gallup. I think he's one of those guys. He's not fast. He's not big, but all he does is make plays. That's all that dude does. Rest of them, I'm not sure. I'm just not sure. What about you, Zoe? What are you sure about? I like it when she tries to bite my nose, but she'll never bite it. She'll never bite it real hard. Romo, yeah, I like Tony Romo. Romo was good too. Good guy. CeeDee Lamb. Oh. All right, guys. Well, thanks for tuning in. Where's Larry? I think Larry's probably in his crate, Jenna. At night, he just holes up in his crate. Oh. Gronk. How many of y'all are coming to the thing at the restaurant on the 27th? Are a bunch of you coming or just a couple? We're going. Good night, Matt. Hello, Melon. Hello, Melon. Hello, Melon. All right. That'll be fun. See, it'll be fun. See, I get to meet you guys in person. I mean, I've met a couple of you, like Kelly's Overalls and Sin when we were in San Antonio. But some of you I haven't met. And Mel, I've met Mel. But that'll be fun because then I can put a face to the name. And then when I know a little bit about you, then that'll even let me do I can do more bits too. So then I'll know something about you. And we can talk about you on the podcast too. Yeah. Talk about anything that happens at the event or anything else. Ooh, Amy wants to hear hello hand. See, I tell you what, I've built that up so much. You'll hear it and you'll be like, okay. I mean, it's lewd, but I don't think you'll just be doubled over with laughter. It's just kind of an ew kind of story. It's like a ew. Or just like a really dirty joke. That's kind of what it is. Hello, hand. And then anytime anyone ever says the word hand, you'll say, hello, hand. Oh, I got lots of good stories. I'll tell you hello, hand. You want to know hello, hand? I'll tell you hello, hand. Then anytime anybody says hand, you'll say hello, hand. Or anytime that somebody says something's not worth that amount of money, you'll say hello, hand. It's a good bit. Yeah, I'll bring some stuff. I'll bring my stuff. I'll bring some tricks. We'll definitely bring some of those. It better be the best damn story you've heard all year. Well, good. We'll have some. Yeah.
Big Al story. It's better than Big Al's story. I'll tell you that for sure. I'll bring the magic. Hey, Erica's husband, Mr. Music. Sin, are you practicing a trick? Is that what you said? What do you got? You got something? Oh, bring the sack? Here. There it is right there. Smack it till you smile. Right there. Oh, okay. The bars. You've heard different versions of Hello Hand? Where have you heard these, Sarah? Because as far as I know, there's only one version of Hello Hand. And she coming for her son-in-law. That's awesome. Oh, God. That's awesome, Mr. Music. Yeah, we'll take you back there and check out the smokers if you want. Oh, whoa. Yeah, this is not 13-year-old approved content here. This is adult content. I clicked the not suitable for kids checkbox when we logged on. Oh, okay. So your husband has a Hello Hand, but it's from his golf buddies. Yeah, this happened to two guys I know. I mean, I'm pretty much telling you the whole story now, but I'll tell you in more detail. It's kind of lewd, though. I may panic when it's in person and not tell you the story because it's in person. I'll be embarrassed. No. It's not like that, Sin. They weren't doing a Bob and B bit. They weren't doing that. It wasn't like that. I'll tell you. I'll tell you later if I can remember. All right, guys. Well, hey, Michael. Yeah, we're just logging off right now. Michael, we were just talking about who's coming to the party on February 27th. Got some people coming from a long way. Sin's coming all the way from San Antonio. Some others are coming from Austin. I think Sin will have to go through Austin on her way up here. Yep. You're a maybe. All right. Oh gosh. You'll come. Come, Michael. You'll be okay. We'll set you up. We'll social distance from you. From the burbs. Oh, involved lubricant. Okay, Sarah, you tell me that one, or have your husband tell me, and then I'll try to tell it. It's pretty lewd. Oh, she's in there throwing plates around. And what are you doing in there, babe?
I bought some new containers because I needed a bacon keeper, and so I'm putting everything in the dishwasher.
Dishes. Gainesville. Wow. I've been to Gainesville one time. I played a golf tournament in Gainesville. Yeah, she's in there just. All right, guys. You guys have a great week. And we'll see you again day after tomorrow. Oh, Kara, yeah. Let us know when you get your whatever it is you get. Mel, I don't have a date yet. That's just kind of I need to get a date if I'm going to get it done this year, though. I haven't made a date yet because I'm not exactly sure what I want yet. So I have some ideas, though. All right, y'all. We'll talk to you soon. Love y'all. Thanks for hanging out.